Hi folks, it's Evil here from Thundermist Lure Company. Great to see you and welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. I'm out here on Lake Erie on the Eastern Basin, and today folks we're looking for that smallmouth bass bite. And I decided to go with the 1 ounce right now silver Stingnose. I brought some gold with me as well, but I'm going to open up with the silver because we got some bright sun. However, the water's a little murky, so maybe I'll try gold. We'll see. But I'm going to open up with the silver, and I'm going to tip it, folks. I'm going to tip the Stingnose with one of the eye drops. And I brought a variety of colors with me, and I'm going to open up with the silver eye drop. And all that's going to do, folks, is change the fall a little bit, add a little bit of scent, and an extra attractor. And the eye drops are soft. So you just poke it through one of the hooks and it makes for a great tip when you're tipping your lures. So, and all I'm doing, folks, is I'm casting out, letting it hit bottom, and then once it hits bottom, I'm just jigging it and bouncing it back towards the boat. And I'm letting it hit the bottom each time when I jig it up. And what happens, folks, the bass will see it fluttering and they'll hit it on the way down. So right now I'm in 42 feet of water. And I'm going to be drifting towards the shoreline, and I know it comes eventually up to around 20 feet there, so I'm going to try this area and see where these fish are holding, if they're holding deep or shallow. Hopefully we're going to find out soon, so stay tuned, folks. They say the first fish is the hardest. Well, that one hit the hardest, I'll tell you that, folks. Right on the fall, he just hammered it. So I'm in 34 feet, so it come up from that 40 range up to 34, and he was sitting just on that break there, right where he should be. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And the wind, the waves are blowing up against this flat, which is probably pushing the bait fish this way. What a perfect drift to make right there, folks. And I am drifting, as you can see. I'm not anchored. This guy's got a little bit of... I'm running 15-pound Thunderbraid today, but I only have a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader going to my Stingnose. I like that braid again for that no stretch, extra sensitivity, direct hook set, and I got myself a small bass. Hey, that's a good start right there. Definitely not a big one, but boy did he ever hit, and just hooked inside the mouth. All right, that's a start. That's a start. Okay, I'm gonna get my line back out there again. And the other thing is, folks, when you're casting and bringing back to the boat, you don't have to reel it in and cast it right away. You could jig it at the boat a few times before you recast. In fact, you could just fish straight up and down. I've done that many times. But I just like the casting and bouncing back technique because I'm just covering more ground. I'm able to sweep the area. I'll cast a bit. Oh, they gotta readjust the drag. You know, I'll cast a bit to the right, and then I'll work my bait as I swing along and drift over to the left. And now that it's in front of me, I can work it just straight in front of me like this. Let it hit the bottom, and just work this drift here. So I'm working this part of the drift. But like I say, I like to cast it and work the whole, swing the whole area and work as much water as I possibly can. So right now I drop back into 40 feet. So I might head back up there and do another drift over that break because there might be some bait fish there, and that's why it's holding the bass. And if they're smaller, that's okay for me, folks. I just love catching them. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep drifting, but I'll head back up there eventually. That was an acrobatic jump. Another smaller fish, but what a nice jump. He came barreling out of the water. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just come up for another drift, and this one is in 41 feet of water. Boy, did he nail it too out there. Unbelievable, folks. And you know what, the other thing that's unbelievable is nobody out here. I think everybody's fishing for perch these days, and there's no one fishing for bass today, which is fine by me. Oh, that's a nice chunk. He's not that small. Ooh, I thought it was smaller. That's a good fish. Okay, decent bass, folks, right there. That's a decent chunk. Hey? Oh, I'm just caught in the net there. Isn't that a nice fish? Look at that. Nice smallmouth bass there. Beautiful, beautiful fish. And just hooked in the side of the mouth, and my little silver eye drop just hanging out there. Ah, nice chunky fish right there. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab a quick photo for Facebook and Instagram, and we're gonna get this guy right back in the water again. Nice colors to him. Just a nice bass. Grab my photo. Okay, let's take this sting nose out of the net. And we're gonna do the same thing again, folks. Let me just cast it out just a bit. See if there's another one hanging around here close by. Now, the drag is very important, so I have to readjust my drag. Otherwise, with a loose drag, if you go to set the hook, you're not going to be setting the hook. All you're going to be doing is pulling line out. So I want it relatively tight for the hook set, and then you back off on it once you're fighting the fish. So I'm in 40 feet right now, and I'd like to bounce back to those 30s, but you know what? The bigger fish came out of the 40 foot. The smaller one came out of the 34, 35 foot range. So, but the good news is there's fish holding here. Okay, jig it, let it go down. All right, let's do another cast. Oh, there's one. Oh, right at the boat. Straight up and down, folks. I just took a look at the graph to see how deep I was, and he nailed it. Wow. What a bite. Straight up and down, folks. Just jigging it straight up and down. Oh, where's the net? Where's the net? Okay. Nice chunky fish. Hey, isn't that a chunk? Look at that. Nice chunk, thick, healthy fish. That's a thick, healthy bass, folks, right there. Just hooked on the lip nicely. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bass right there. Okay, back in he goes. I got love these micro fiber cloths. They really do a nice job drying your hands off. Okay, I'm gonna try that again, folks, to see if there's one other one here, but if not, I'll cast it back out. Because usually where there's one, there's more. Oh, there was another one straight down. Straight down again, folks. Oh, whoa. Oh, there he goes. I tried to lift him in the boat. Okay, that's all right. Well, that was a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, he just nailed it straight down. I should have used the net, and that's right here. You try to lift them in, and that's what could happen, right? They shake the hook. But that was, you know what, folks? That was more fun than the ones I landed. Okay, I'm telling you, folks, this vertically jigging, it's paying off today. Now, what I did, I wanted to, after getting those two, I said, you know what? I'm gonna change my eye drop, and I put a smoked one on instead of the silver. And wham, he just nailed it. Okay, let me take a look here. Oh, that looks like another nice fat. These bass, folks, they're healthy, chunky, healthy. He's not that big. Maybe I'll lift him in, run the risk of losing him again. Always hook just outside the mouth there. Hey, chunky bass. Not a huge one, but a chunky bass. All right, so put him back in. Now I want to mention, when you're jigging, vertically jigging, you've got the choice. I've been letting it bounce off the bottom because there's no snags here. But if you've got a rough bottom or irregular bottom, what you can do is just drop the jig down, let it hit the bottom, and then just lift it up about 6 inches. That's it, just like that. And then use the jig and pause technique. Jig, pause. Jig, pause. Pause for a second or two, and a lot of time you'll get them right on the pause. Otherwise, what I'm doing is I'm letting it hit right to the bottom and then jigging it up. Both systems, both very effective. Okay, that time I cast it out a little bit, but then I bounced it back and he nailed it right at the boat. So did he follow it in or was it here? I don't know. But he gave me another good bite, folks. This is unbelievable. Vertically jigging for bass, folks. I just love it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Another chunk. And it's not a netter. It's just another nice fish. Hey? Just another nice fish. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful smallmouth bass. You know what, folks? As much as I like to catch the big ones, you got to find those small ones too, because that means they're thriving here on Lake Erie. That's what you want to see. Big fish and small fish. I'm just happy to be fishing. Next cast in, folks. Oh, next cast in. Wham! Did he nail that Stingnose? Holy. This one feels like a better fish, folks. He just hammered it. Wow. I love it when you're jigging and you see your jig just stop and your line just jump a bit. It is so exciting. And anytime you see any difference in your line, you always set the hook. This fish is a little nicer. A nicer bass. Oh, these are healthy, beautiful fish. Whoa, get in here. Oh, Mr. Smalley. Lip lock them. Lip lock, folks. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Unbelievable. Just a beautiful, hey? Beautiful, beautiful bass right there. Nice colors to them. They're just thriving here on Lake Erie. Just thriving. All right, we'll get you back in, buddy. Okay. Oh my goodness, folks, but you know what? I'm just having a great day out here. The weather's great, the fishing's great. I'm having so much fun. And you know what? I always want to thank you for spending time with me on the boat today. And I hope you give bass fishing a try. You'll have some fun too. Until next time, good luck and good fishing. Oh, what a blast. I get my line back out there again.